See, the RXV isn't like a normal type of golf cart, we'll say. Okay, it does not have brake shoes and drums to stop this thing. It has an electric brake that's on the motor. Customers complaining about it not charging the batteries. It's making some kind of weird noise in the rear end, which I'm pretty sure we already know what that is. But there she is. But we have noise coming from this side of the golf cart here in the rear. I believe because sometimes you have see, the RXV isn't like a normal type of golf cart, we'll say. Okay, it does not have brake shoes and drums to stop this thing. It has an electric brake that's on the motor that stops the golf cart. So it's just hubs slid onto here with a nut, a castle nut on here to keep it tight to the axle, and then of course you got your 4 lugs to take off to get the wheel off. Well, I have seen before, and I feel like that's exactly what this case is that this castle nut has come loose ever so slightly, which is making it put extra pressure on the hub itself, and the hub's causing the noise to happen. So if it starts making like a squeaking noise in this area, that's the first thing I would suggest you guys check, is to check and make sure your cotter pin that's in here isn't broken. And I can tell you that it is broken in this one right now, because you can hear it jumbling around in here. So we'll get this taken off, get that nut tightened back up, that cotter pin slid back in, and everything all tightened back down, and this will be fine. The only other thing that the customer really wants is to put a analog style battery meter in here, so we're going to do that as well. And alright guys, so we have figured out what has gone on with the noise that was coming from this area as this was riding. So someone along the way at some point had put a small, very small bodied cotter pin in the hole, the alignment hole, the locking hole, whatever you want to call it there. And you can really see the size difference compared to what we put back in. But what had happened was this cotter pin was so small that at some point torque just broke it. And see how much space, see how much of a gap is right there between the pin and the nut. Okay, well, if we had a small body cotter pin, and you can see this thing's been just destroyed. If you got a small body cotter pin, this nut is going to back off right up to that small body cotter pin, and then it's going to just break it over time after all the numerous accounts of torque being hit on this thing. And the RXVs have a lot of torque. So this was the cause of our noise. Once this nut backed off some, this hub slid towards me, towards the camera, and created enough gap back there to just be scrubbing on where it's actually supposed to be touching. So once we tighten this hub back down, put this cotter pin in it, that noise is gone now. So this could be, it could be just as simple as this. If you're hearing some kind of weird squeaking, squealing noise back here, it could just be just something in this area. Of course, now you do have an axle tube bearing here. That could go bad as well and create squealing or squalling noise. Most likely grinding. You should feel some kind of weird sensation as it goes when it's spinning. So yeah, hopefully this helps you guys out with the noises that sometimes these wonderful RXVs make. And we got this analog meter put in for the customer. Really simple. Drill you a hole, put the lock that locks it to the plastic on the back of it, plug your wires up, hook it to your battery pack, and be ready to rock and roll there. So now that we got the pin back in this hub, we're going to throw this wheel back on, and this customer is good to go. Alright guys, so the last thing that I have checked was the charger. This one, and I think most of the RXVs come with this EZGO PowerWise QE. Terrible charger. The reason why I say that is because they are not repairable by yourself. Like, you cannot get the parts for these things. Now, that being said, you can find companies out there that you can send these to and have them repair them, but at the end of the day, it's probably going to cost about the same amount to have that charger repaired compared to buying a new one like our customer here had to do. He went ahead and just purchased a new charger from us to go ahead and alleviate having to deal with sending it off and it being gone for 2 to 4 weeks or whatever have you. So just kind of want to bring you some attention to this charger, and if you're dealing with this right now, you know, give us a call. We can help you out with getting you a charger at a reasonable price, or like I said, you can search around online and find companies that will repair this golf cart charger. We have actually looked into these things, and we could not find what we needed to have them repaired here in our shop. So we just go ahead and offer new chargers to customers for the replacement of them. Alright guys, hopefully this helped you out. Give us a shout if you've got some kind of similar issue with noises. We'll do the best we can in trying to help you diagnose what's going on so we can help you get it fixed. And as always, hit that subscribe button. Keep checking out these videos. We appreciate y'all so much. Y'all have a blessed day.